So if you've seen my other video, you know that Nuke was added into the active duty, and that means map had to be taken out, and it happened to be Inferno. This led to a lot of people bitching and yelling at Valve and saying this was really stupid. But was Nuke being added into CSGO's active duty pool a good idea? No, it wasn't at all. So like I said, a lot of people have been bitching about this, especially the pro players of CSGO. These are the people who are playing at the pro level, they're promoting the game, and they're the ones that Valve should talk to before they make these changes. And I've said it time and time again, Valve, you really need to communicate a bit better. You've been doing better at it, Valve. You've been getting good, but you need to communicate with these pro players. They're the ones playing the game at a professional level, and this affects them the most. And on Twitter, from what it seems, a lot of the pros hate this change. A lot of them don't like new Nuke. A lot of the community doesn't like new Nuke, and this update, it just doesn't make any sense. Here's the way I see it. I think what happened is Valve went, okay, we spent all this time working on new Nuke, so we're gonna make people play it pretty much. What ended up happening is when new Nuke was released, a lot of people were excited. They were like, oh, awesome, Nuke's coming back, it's fixed, we're getting a brand new map, and it ended up sucking. So a lot of people stopped playing new Nuke because they didn't like it. It has a lot of problems, including the FPS being a huge issue. Just because the map is so poorly optimized, a lot of people complained it didn't really fit into the theme of CSGO. It just felt kind of weird. It was all bright and colory, which, you know, no other map is really like that. It felt like kind of like a Call of Duty map, a lot of people were saying. Also, a lot of people found balancing issues with it, but I could go into another video on that. So Valve spent all this time working on Nuke, and they were like, how are we going to get people to play this? So what they did is they took out Inferno, actually a beloved map by a lot of people in the community. I didn't realize Inferno was so loved before this happened. I myself, I'm not really a huge fan of Inferno. I realize it has some balancing issues and they could be tweaked and fixed, but I don't think it needed to be taken out of the active duty map. Especially if you're going to take out Inferno, add a good map. There are plenty of good maps to pick from, my favorite being Season. Season was actually played by the pros a lot back in the day on the older Season map, and when new Season was released, a lot of people expected it to get added to the active duty, and to this day it still isn't, which is really weird because it's an amazing map and a lot of the community has been asking for it. Once again, this goes to show that Valve can't really look at the community and ask us what we want. They're gonna tell us what we want, and apparently what they think we want is fucking new Nuke in the active duty pool, which is clearly not the case. Also, now it's coming up to the leagues. Should the leagues keep Inferno in the active duty? And I think a lot of people want it still. I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of the map, but it leads to some of the most exciting pro matches that I have ever seen. Because if you look at the past, a lot of these awesome matches have happened on Inferno. Like, just go back to some of the most memorable matches in CSGO. A lot of them happen to have Fnatic in it because it's their best map. I just don't understand this. It makes no sense that they did this without really asking anyone. Valve, in the future, if you're gonna make these huge changes to the game, and yes, this is a huge change to the game, you need to go through the pros, you need to go through the community, and you need to let us know before you do these things, because this was a horrible decision. And that isn't just my opinion, that's the majority of the community's opinion. But though, like I said, just my opinion. Tell me what you guys think about it. You guys are the rest of the community. Tell me in the comments down below. Do you think Nuke really should have been in the active duty? Do you think it should be removed? Do you think Valve should revert all these changes, or just, you know, stand by their word and keep them? Tell me in the comments down below. And if you like this video, how about you hit that like button? And if you dislike this video for some odd reason, how about you hit that dislike button? And if you're new, how about you subscribe? When this video does reach 500 likes, we'll be uploading next one. So be sure to smash that like button. But yeah, guys, this has been The Chosen One Inc. And as always, peace out.